Hi everyone, welcome to Border Tanks with stewiejp. I'm Stewie, you're not, and either any of these blokes. This is Thomark from 1AR Clan in today's Tier 10 Extravaganza. That's right, it's a Tier 10 Extravaganza featuring 4 different replays of different Tier 10 tanks, all from 1AR today, all from 1AR players. Thomark gets to go first in this one in the IS-7. Of course, the IS-7, very popular Tier 10 Russian heavy tank, very popular in clan wars, platoons, skirmishes, all that kind of jazz. It's pretty quick for a heavy tank. You can see he's doing over 50 already, even though he's going through the water. 130mm gun, 490 average damage, 303 penetration. Now that's with APCR, which is premium ammunition. Standard rounds will give you 250 penetration. So 53 penetration difference between standard and premium rounds. Now he's got a pretty good matchup here. Being top tier in a Tier 10 battle is absolutely fantastic. Only 3 Tier 10s on Thomark's team: the IS-7, the Patton, and a Conqueror gun carrier, the Tier 10 British artillery. On the enemy team, it's the Type 5 heavy, the Object 907, and the Conqueror gun carrier as well. Clearly wants to be a little bit careful of the enemy artillery. The enemy artillery, if he's got any brains, he'll be going after the IS-7 being the top tier heavy tank, as the Lorraine 40T on Thomark's team gets taken out on the western side. Now Thomark's chosen to go down the southeast in this engagement, where traditionally heavy tanks used to go, but you see more and more people sort of going the west and northern west flank, but that used to always be more for medium tanks. Now scores 0-1. He's going down here. You see this bright golden coloured Type 5 heavy. He's put a shot into him, taking him down to 2,333 hit points. Now you can see the Type 5 heavy's just fired, so Thomark will be very confident in beating him on the reload. He does, takes him for 537 more hit points, brings his damage up to 1,105, but he's got a lot to deal with here. There's an IS-7, the Type 5 heavy, the T10, and I think there was even a rogue KV4 over there. So he's looks like he's trying to chip away at the Type 5 heavy first of all, even though there's probably some other tanks that might be a little bit less challenging to penetrate. He's penned most of his shots on the Japanese super heavy, and of course as soon as I say that, one of them bounces off the turret. The score's 0-2. He's up to 1,586 damage. He's blocked a little bit of damage as well, and he's clearly looking to get rid of that Japanese heavy tank. Unfortunately, he didn't take the time to aim that time. He blocked the IS-3 shot, but the T-49 got him for, was it 246 hit points. Looking again at the Japanese heavy, unfortunately he bounces the Japanese heavy tank again, but he bounces 2 shots, one from the FOC, one from the IS-3. Of course the FOC, the Tier 9 French tank destroyer, is it's an auto loader now, so needs to be a little bit careful. Finally pens the Type 5 heavy again. Maybe that's my fault for saying that he is doing well up against that tank. Now loses his commander with a shot from the Conqueror gun carrier. Of course that Conqueror gun carrier clearly aiming on Thomark. He picks up the kill on the Type 5 heavy, getting rid of the only Tier 10 heavy tank on the enemy team, and that evens the scoreboard up at 3 apiece. We're on Serene Coast. He is having an absolute ripper. Puts a shell into the IS-3. Still got APCR rounds loaded. And he's slowly running out of ammunition though. He's got 11 premium rounds left, 2 HE and 5 standard. Keep an eye on that one. That shot unfortunately didn't quite land on the IS-3, but he was clearly wary of that FOC 9. That's why he's just sort of poking and pulling back even before the shot's aimed. He needs to do something to turn this one around. Bounces the FOC and the KV4. The KV4 does damage his gun there, but a quick tap of the 5 key fixes that one. 3-4 the score. Finally can see the FOC. Puts 1 shell into the FOC. That's a tank he really wants to get rid of, I think. That's the one that's been annoying him for most of this engagement. He's got plenty of help with him though. If you look around, you can see there's Malbreaker back there. He seems to have stalled it. Jag Tiger and the M103, VK4502B, as Thomark gets his second kill, taking out the KV4, the Fortress. Looks like the IS-3 has decided to go full ham on the M103, which is done. That gives Thomark his 3rd kill, and again evens the scoreboard up at 3 apiece on Serene Coast. 6 all the score now. What's left on this flank? T49 and the FOC. The Object 907 on the enemy team goes down on the other side of the flank, but you can see the M48 Patton with the backup of the UDs. You'd think he might be able to take care of these tanks. Looks to me like the FOC has resorted to high explosive rounds there, but because one of those shots was 15 hit points and 53 hit points. There you go. It's up to you, Fock driver. What kind of ammunition you want to use, I guess. That's I reckon that certainly saved Thomark some hit points at least. There's that Fock again. Now that Fock is an auto loader, and I reckon Thomark's pretty confident that the Fock is on the reload. Down to 6 hit points, but looks like he's pulled around the corner. T49 puts a derp shell in towards Thomark, but absolutely bounces in. Looks like the Jag Tiger just put a shot, or somebody just put a shot into that T49. Now the T49 is proving to be a difficult one to land a shot on, but he does get a shot and another kill. That's kill number 4 for Thomark from 1AR clan in the IS-7. And for the first time ever, I reckon, his team's in the lead. He's in the lead by an extra one now. He gets rid of that annoying Fock that was throwing HE at him. LTTB, look at the LTTB back at the base. Now it looks like he's thinking about turning around, but he's got no chance of getting back there before that LTTB rains a bit of havoc on those artillery pieces. He fires a shot in anger, but doesn't really land one on the tier 8 Russian light tank. 9 all the score now. He's still hoping to, though. Wow, how good would that have been if that one had gone through? 4 kills to Thomark, 6,110 hit points of damage, 2690 damage blocked, a little bit of assisted damage. He pings the map for the Udes. Udes, go and get that bloody light tank. The Udes is on 1,000 hit points. That light tank is a one-shot. The Emil 2 is raining havoc over there in the west. Looks like he's just killed the M48 Patton. And yet again, Thomark sided down. Now they're down by 2 tanks as that artillery in the end kills the Conqueror, not the LTTB. The Udes going for the LTTB. He should be able to get him. He could probably ram kill him if he had to. 9-11 is the score. He's spotted. What's he spotted? Artillery and the Emil. Goes for the Emil first. Try to get rid of that tier 9 auto loader. Takes him down to 181 hit points. Keep an eye on the ammunition. He's only got 3 premium rounds left, plus a couple of HE rounds. 10-11 is the score now. The M40, M43 gets a shot into the back of Thomark. Thomark's on 5 kills. Thomark's on 5 kills. 11 all is the score. The Mauerbrecher gets a kill on the Udes. No idea what he was trying to do there. I think he was just hoping for a lucky HE shot on that Udes. Now he's got HE loaded now, probably for the FV207 or even the M40, M43 if he manages to find him. 2 tanks are capping now, the Jag Tiger and the Mauerbrecher. Now the Mauerbrecher looks like he's just been stunned. The Jag Tiger, sorry. The Mauerbrecher on pretty high health, nearly 1,400, even though he is a tier 8 in this game. But there's only 1 tier tank, 1 tier 10 tank. That's not a bad way to bring up your top gun. Get rid of the FV 207. Was there 3 artilleries in this game? There's the Conqueror GC, and have a look down here. He's got 1 shell left. 7 kills to Thomark from 1AR clan. 7,732 hit points of damage. 2,690 damage blocked. 734 assisted damage. It's just him versus the M40, M43. He's got 1 APCR round left. Average damage 490. It should be enough. Is this going to be a Faden's medal as well as a Radley Walters? If he can get this kill, maybe it will be. Don't miss whatever you do. He doesn't miss. Picks up the 8th kill. Confirms the Radley Walters and the Fadens. Wins the game pretty much single-handedly. Let's be honest. Have a look. Not many. We'll have a look at the result, and we'll see. We'll see how he went with that one. I don't think anyone will disagree that that was a carry and a half by anyone's set of rules. Ace Tanker Mastery Badge, Hand of God, Bruiser, Duelist, Fire for Effect and Shellproof. But have a look on this side. Radley Walters medal for getting those 8 kills. Faden's medal for killing the last enemy tank with the last shell remaining in your gun. Dimitri's medal for killing all 3 artillery. Steel Wall, of course, high caliber, top gun, you name it. Thomark picked that one up in that battle on Serene Coast. Let's have a look at the page 2. 8,132 damage, 8 kills, 1,418 base experience, plus a swag of medals that you can see there. Look, the Jag Tiger, you could say the Jag Tiger had a pretty good game. But gee, there were certainly a lot of passengers on both teams of that battle on Serene Coast. It cost him a few credits though, because he ran out of bullets, and of course all those APCR rounds he had to fire at the start, mainly into the Type 5 heavy and all those heavy tanks in that brawl. You fired 30 shots, 25 hit, 18 did damage, 2,690 damage blocked by armour. Absolute ripper. Thank you very much, Thomark. That was a absolute pearler of a game in the IS-7. I know what you might be thinking. You might be thinking this guy might be okay in a big Russian heavy tank. How's he going to go in a medium tank? Let's find out. This is Thomark again from 1AR Clan in the Object 140 this time, the Tier 10 Russian medium tank. The Object 140, another popular tank for clan wars and all that kind of jazz. This time he's on Al Haluf in the encounter battle. Of course, the encounter battle, you've either got to kill them all or you've got to cap this single cap point out. Again, top tier, 3 tier 10 tanks on each team, an IS-7, an Object 140, and the FV4005, the derp cannon. The KV2 at tier 10, that's the way I see it, is coming up to help this Leopard PTA where it all seems to happen on Al Haluf, on these little ridge lines. Moving up, we'll see what he encounters in this battle. Doesn't quite pen the IS-7. He was just a little bit too well angled, I think, but of course we all know the Object 140's reload's pretty good. What are we looking at? 100mm gun, 320 average damage, 264 penetration. That's with APCR rounds, which are standard, and of course 330 with the heat rounds, which is premium rounds in this tank. Looking to get some cheeky shots there. Bounces to double Z, 111-1-4. And once again, similar to the last game, they're already down 2 tanks quite early. I don't know where that shot was going. I don't think he hit the Leopard. Waiting. Doing a little bit of unlucky. Artillery. He did stun. He's used his repair kit pretty quickly to unstun his crew. A WZ111-1-4 being a very, very cheeky little Chinese tank there. He's not going to... Only exposing his turret, but I can't see the WZ being able to use his gun, though, from that position right there. He's not going to be able to... He's going to have to roll right over to start shooting Thomark's teammates. They're down by 2 tanks, like I said before. He's been a little bit unlucky with his shots of late. Got a little bit of spotting damage on the WZ. Looking for shots. There you go. You won't fail to pen that one. 346 damage into the side of the Scorpion G. The Scorpion G in a very interesting position. But when you look at the minimap, there's a lot of enemy tanks there. Looks like the whole team just about's gone there, apart from the RU, the T54 lightweight, the T28 prototype, the other Scorpion G, and of course the artillery. Now something I just realised, that shot that stunned Thomark's crew is from the M53, M55. If you look at the enemy team's lineup, there's no M53, M55. That was a poorly aimed shot from this guy. I'm sure he didn't mean it. Luckily he didn't take any... Oh, he took 9 hit points off him, I think. Well, that could have been from the start of the game. Now this WZ111-1-4 has decided now's the time to start pushing. And of course Thomark's got one eye on him. He... Keeping the little bit of land here, keeping the undulation between him and the Chinese heavy tank. He doesn't want to get shot too many times by that Chinese heavy tank, even though it's a tier 9. But he's also got one eye towards that Scorpion G he's seeking. That will be a beautiful... What's happening here with this IS-7? What's he doing? He's just losing... That IS-7 over there is just bleeding hit points, but really, really, as if somebody was ramming him. There must be another tank over there that we can't see. Just misses the WZ. He's got to continue to brawl with it and try and get rid of it. Puts another shot into him. Takes him down to pretty low health, hoping that somebody else kills him. It looks like nobody else is going to. But Thomark says, no worries, hold my beer. I've got this. We'll do that one. Now that IS-7, not sure what was happening with that IS-7. There doesn't appear to be anybody with him. It looked like somebody was ramming that IS-7. And because his hit points were going down, but they were going down far too slowly to be on fire. They were just going down by small amounts, as if they were getting, as if he was getting rammed or even squashed. Enemy T62A gets rid of the FV4005, so Thomark's team does lose a tier 10 tank. He shoots and sets on fire the T62A, pulls back, confirms the kill. That's his second kill, and again he's evened it up 4 apiece. 2,130 damage, 320 damage blocked, a little bit of assisted damage, looking towards the IS-3 now. IS-3 clearly not looking in Thomark's way, takes him for 332 hit points. 5 all now as the Conqueror gets rid of the IS-3, but that Leopard PTA also goes down to the Scorpion G. Pardon me. 2 kills, 2,500 damage done. He's looking around like a madman here on this little ridgeline. He's got plenty of targets. A T-44 and the M4A1 Revelarici Premium French medium tank would be pretty juicy targets for the Object 140. And that's what he's looking for. And as soon as I say that, this is what happened in the last game. As soon as I said that, he bounces one, doesn't quite land the shot on the T-44. The M4A1 Revelarici looks a little bit nervous there on 217 hit points, and it's clearly what Thomark is going for to pick up his 3rd kill. No, it doesn't quite kill him. Takes him, got him. Oh, that was the T-44. Probably not the tank he wanted to shoot. Gets the M4A1 Revelarici, picks up his 3rd kill. As one look at the Scorpion G, says no worries, I'll take that kill as well. We're looking for that IS-7. This might be a nice juicy kill. No, he doesn't penetrate the side again of that IS-7. A cheeky little IS-7 penetrates that one, picks up his 5th kill. 10-7 the score now is looks like he might be might have turned that one around pretty much single-handedly. 5 kills to Thomark, 3,144 damage done. A little bit blocked, a little bit of assisted damage. He's still on a little bit over half health. He's on 983 hit points. And he's charging towards the enemy base, looking for the T-95, which hasn't been spotted this game. Obviously the artillery, the RU-251 and the T-28 prototype. Now the RU-251 was last spotted down here, so you'd think the Revelarici and these 2 tank destroyers might have him covered, unless he's run away like a scaredy cat back to the base. Who knows what he might have done. There's the T-95. Now that's the first time that T-95's been spotted. Now what's the T-95 going to do? He's clearly got 6th sense. He's clearly worked out, shit, I'm spotted here. What am I going to do? What's he going to do there? Is he just going to stay there? The artillery from here probably can't shoot the T-95. He most certainly will be able to shoot the T-28 prototype. Thomark shoots and tracks the T-28 prototype, shoots towards artillery and misses. Where's artillery going? Artillery's running away, so he says no, well, this is the more pressing danger. It shoots, tracks and damage the T-28 prototype, and he wants to get away from that gun. Shoots and tracks him again. Again, that M53, M55 shoots him and damages him. Let's hope that doesn't mean that the bloody T-28 can kill him. It doesn't. And there's the top gun. There's his 6th kill. That's look, you can do it once, M53, M55 driver, but you really do not want to do it more than once. Scorpion G starts picking the map like a madman. That's where the Batchat artillery is. The Tier 9 French won the Batchat 155-555 at Tier 9. He's got 2 kills. He's no slouch. He's having a pretty good game clicking back there at over at E0. Now he gets spotted by the RU-251. Fires clutch, lands the shot. Clearly looking towards that German light tank. Shoots him again. Don't worry about aiming. You've got Russian accuracy. Where's he go? Looks like the RU-251 is running away. Nobody else is really quick enough to help Thomark here. Now, Thomark doesn't want to... he's not waiting. He's still on 787 hit points. He's got plenty of hit points. The RU-251 goes for the kamikaze, killing himself off the edge. Well, I'm hoping it wasn't intentional. There's the Batchat 155-5555. He's doing the same. He is doing the same. That scumbag. But Thomark says, hold my beer. I've got this. And he cleans up the Batchat 155-55. That absolute scumbag trying to drown himself. Now, that is against the law. That is against the rules. I'm not being a prick by saying that. That 155-55, that's an absolute dog act. Because between the two of them, they denied... the old mate Thomark, a Radley Walters, when you think about it, those 2 tanks that dove together, just about together, off that cliff. Let's have a look at the post-game battle result. Thomark from 1AR clan picked himself up an Ace Tanker Mastery badge in that one. Hand of God, Bruiser Medal, Duelist, Fire for Effect, High Caliber and Top Gun. Should have been a Radley Walters as well in there. Let's make no mistake about that. That should have been a Radley Walters. He topped the score charts with 5,205 hit points, 7 kills, 1,319 base experience. The RU-251 on the enemy team. That's not them. Where is it? Where's the A? There it is. Look, he top scored. Is still an absolute dog act trying to jump off there. Saturn 6 from Racco Clan. And of course, that Batchat, Lord Death from GIFO Clan. Absolute shit act. I do not believe that was an accident from either of those players. And that would have given Thomark a well-deserved Radley Walters, I might say. Did more than double what anyone else did on the team. An absolute carry. Nearly 80,000 credits. That's after tax with a premium account. There might have got some... There might have been some Christmas boosters or something at that time, because those figures don't quite add up. So that would have been the Christmas bonuses that was happening there. 80,000 after tax, 9 minutes, 30 shots fired, 27 hit, 19 did damage, a little bit of assisted damage, a little bit of damage blocked by armour. Ace Tanker, thank you very much, Thomark. That was an absolute ripper. 2 absolute ripper games, and let's be honest, they should have both been Radley Walters. Now we're on to game number 3 in this 4-game extravaganza, featuring some Tier 10 replays, and it looks like I've stuffed it up. This one isn't a Tier 10, it's a Strixwagen 103-0. It's one of those tanks that I'm never quite sure which one's a Tier 9 and which one's a Tier 10, even though I have done that grind. But anyway, this is my old mate Icarus from 1AR, and look, I'm not going to change this. I've already done the first 2 games. This is the Strixwagen 103-0 at Tier 9, not at Tier 10, as previously advertised. Wow, what a noob mistake. Anyway, Icarus in 1AR, platooned up with his old mate Von the Burglar, and these two know what they're doing with their artilleries and tank destroyers, and Icarus absolutely loves this tank destroyer. He's on, what's this map called? Karkov. Are you sure, Stewie? I'm not sure. And he's getting into a position where this is not a bad position, actually. I've never used this one myself. Getting into a position where he can support the southeast. If these tanks push into this circle in the southeast corner, then Icarus would have had some beautiful shots into the sides of those medium tanks. A mouthful of coffee while Icarus repositions. He's not stuffing around in this Strixwagen 103-0. Of course, that's the... If you've never played the Swedish Tank Destroyers before, from Tier 8 and up, they've got this siege mode, and that's what Icarus has just hit the siege mode button. It slows you right down, so you can't really drive around too quickly, but it makes the Tank Destroyer gets up on its haunches, and the accuracy of the gun is unbelievable. It's probably... In fact, I'd say it's probably definitely the most accurate gun in the game as far as... Well, the ones... I remember it to be anyway, these Swedish Tank Destroyers. Gets into another position. Looks like he might be looking for this T49. Now, as well as having pretty good accuracy, the armour isn't too bad at all. He bounces a shot from he bounces a shot from the UDES before Von the Burglar says, I got this, watch this. Gets rid of the Tier 8. The Tier 8 Swedish TD. Anyway, 4-2's the score. He's blocked a bit of damage. He's blocked more damage than he's done yet, but he's just getting warmed up, getting into these little positions like this, what Icarus is demonstrating now. And this is what I mean by when this tank gets up on its haunches, it just it becomes a very, very hard target to hit when it comes. It's similar to being hulled down, I guess you could say, but because of the flat IKEA nature, flat pack of these tanks, it's makes it very, very challenging to hit. And even if you do hit them, you often will bounce the shots. Anyway, 4-all's the score. Icarus has just brought up the 1,000 damage mark. He is looking to do a little bit more. Puts a shot into the T49. Von the Burglar again, working very well together, these two, is getting rid of these enemy tanks one by one. It doesn't look like many other people are doing too much damage though. Von the Burglar on 3 kills out of the 5, and the only other tank that's got any kills has been taken out as the enemy artillery finally looks towards Icarus from 1AR. Kills his driver, stuns him, takes him for 440 odd hit points as he puts a shot into the Tiger 2. 5-8's the score, so he's thinking, what are we going to do here? We're going to turn this game around somehow. He's pulling back, getting up on these what you call them, mounds of dirt. Mini, you wouldn't call it a hill. It's a bit small to be a hill. Probably a mound. Love a good mound. There's a nice shot into the side of the ISU 152. He'll certainly be feeling that one, but with the score on 590, might not be too worried. Now, Icarus looking towards the AMX 50B. That's the one you want to get rid of. The big tier 10 auto-loading French heavy tank. Get rid of him. Well, this might be another kill. Unfortunately, Von the Burglar gets counter-artilleried by the SU-14-2. Don't know if he was spotted then or not. It's might have been spotted. There's been a lot of action on this side of the map. 8-10's the score. Icarus on 1 kill, 3,279 damage. The damage just racks up with this tank, especially when you just get that gun chipping away. Moving into a position where he's probably a little bit less likely to be hit by the enemy artillery. 2 more tanks go down in quick succession. The Waffenträger Panzer IV and the Tiger II. And that evens it up 10 apiece. He's looking for this WZ111 1-5. No, he's looking around. He's looking around everywhere. Is he on this side of the... That just looks bizarre. Puts one shot into the ISU 152, tracks him, but he does fix his tracks. Pulls back a little bit. Needs to try and track him. Well, it doesn't really matter if you track him, does it? He just wants to DPM him. Oh, sets the ISU 152 on fire. Brings him down to 357 hit points. Looks like the ISU was going for the ram kill. That's never going to work in an ISU 152 up against a Strixwagen 103. That's Icarus' second kill. Brings his damage up to 4.5, just under 4,500 hit points. And he'll be looking at that. What is it? Is it an E3? It is an E3. This will be a little bit more challenging to penetrate, I suppose. But if you get the side, you never know your luck in the big city like Karkov. That's not going to work, I don't think. 13-11 is the score. The Emil 2 just goes down to the E100, and now it's 4 versus 2. So you'd think the win is. You'd think the win's in the bag, but the E100 and the T10 both one shots for the E3. Looks like Icarus has decided to go after the artillery. 105mm gun. 390 average damage, 308 penetration. That's with standard rounds. Premium rounds are 350. Both APC up. As Icarus is, maybe he's going for the cap. He's not. He might be on a mission. No, he's on a mission to do 6,000 damage and 5 kills. I don't think he's going to get that one in this game. Maybe with the E3 all the way down here. You may be thinking, rightio, I'll kill this SU-14-2 from a 3rd kill. And look, the E3's just taken out the T10. We know the E3 was on pretty high hit points. I'd be inclined just to sit here myself. And I reckon Icarus is thinking the same thing. The E3 last spotted down here. The T10 was killed at F1, and I reckon because that E100 is on 857 hit points, so it's 50-50 whether the E100 would be one shot by the T110 E3 or not. I doubt the T110 E3 could get back in time. It's going to speed up the replay. 10-9-8. There's the E3. No chance in the world. Can the E100 kill him? No, he can't. But we'll call that one a win on Karkov anyway, even though I made a pretty noob mistake there. For some reason, I thought the Strixwagen 103-0 was the tier 10. Massive apologies for that one. But not a bad game from the old mate Icarus from 1AR in the Strixwagen. Let's have a look at the result, even though it wasn't a tier 10 game. And I thought I had it written down somewhere. Who knows? Ace Tanker Mastery Badge, Bruiser Medal, Duelist, 5 for Effect, High Caliber. Top score comfortably with 4,887 hit points of damage. 3 kills, 1,212 base experience. Look, the IS-7 and the E100, to be fair, had pretty good games as well. And unlucky Von the Burglar, either being counter-artied early on, or maybe he was lit with Icarus as they were retreating after that little bit of a clusterfuck at the start when a lot of tanks got taken out. 8-minute game, 13 shots fired. They all hit and penetrated. See what I mean? Accuracy. 4,889 hit points of damage. 630 damage blocked. A little bit of assisted damage as well. 72,703 credits. That's after tax with a premium account in that map on Karkov. As we move on to the 4th and final battle in this extravaganza. Well, look, I've hailed it as a tier 10 extravaganza with the tier 9 bonus in there. This is Criticus. Be careful how you say that one. Criticus from 1AR clan. Criticus in the TVP T50-51. Now it's a tier 10 Czechoslovakian, yeah, the Czech tank. Yeah, the Czechoslovakian 4-shot autoloader. I guess it's the Czech answer to the Batchat, and it's a tank that often gets compared to the Batchat. It's a 4-shot autoloader. APCR rounds as standard, 100mm gun, 320 damage, 248 penetration. That's with APCR, which is standard, 310 with the heat rounds. And you can see Criticus moving down the southeast corner on Live Oaks, where all the action for medium tanks especially seems to happen. And I think, look, generally if you win this engagement here, you win the game, as far as... Well, that's what people tell me anyway. I don't even know what a tier 9 bloody tank is. Christ, what are you asking me for? Criticus from 1AR in the TVP T50 4-shot autoloader. And the decisions are, pardon me, opinions are split. You know, some people are always going to love the Batchat, but there's a big argument to say that this is certainly comparable simply because of the, not so much the clip damage, but the time between shots. Look how quick Criticus's gun is shooting between shots. I think it's about a second between each shot, and of course the time it takes to reload is about 23 seconds, going by what Criticus put there in the you know, when you're in auto loader, you hit the F8 key to let your teammates know that you're reloading. That's a lot less than what a Batchat might do. So he's already put a full clip out, 4 shells into that Conqueror for 1216 damage, and he's reloaded and he's ready to put out another 1200 damage. That's what people tend to be pretty happy about. Looks like he's focusing on the Centurion 1, picks up that kill. He's still got 2 bullets left. He wants to use them on the Chrysler very kindly offers his side, puts 1 shot into him. The second shot doesn't go through. So out of two clips, out of 8 shells, he's got 2,186 hit points of damage, and nobody's shot him yet. The Chrysler goes down to the IS-3. I thought Chrysler was a 1AR player as well. Gee, I should have called this a 1AR Extravaganza. 2-all the score on Live Oaks. Criticus on 1 kill, 2,186 damage, 878 assisted damage. He's looking around. Looks like he's going to try and get a cheeky clip into this FV4005. 1, 2, third shot misses, 5th shot goes through, leaves him on 158 hit points. Hopefully somebody can clean up that big derp, and it is. It's the it is. Yeah, the FV gets killed by the OHO, and the FV on Criticus's team kills the T10. The IS-7 gets rid of the Conqueror, and it looks like they're going for a whitewash. The score 5-2. Criticus on 3,000 damage, nearly 2,000 assisted. He's probably not far off an ace tanker already, with the score only at 5-2. He's trying to catch up with these heavy tanks. He'll catch them, no worries. As soon as he crosses this water, he'll be catching up to the IS-3 and the IS-7. The IS-3 looks like he's taking a bit of a beating. Criticus will be rubbing his hands together, saying, "You beauty, I'm still on full health. I've picked up 3,000 damage already, nearly 2,000 assisted damage. What could be better? Maybe tripping over a couple of artilleries and getting another clip out and getting rid of those. Let's see if he can. Looks like that's what he's looking for. He's going straight down to the K1 corner just to see if any of these artilleries are silly enough to have stayed behind after losing the south. It looks like they're not silly enough to have stayed behind, but we're running out of areas where they could be. The last place they could be is probably around here at FG1, and that's where Criticus is going. Looks like he's found the FV207, and he won't be happy. The first shot misses, the second shot doesn't miss, the third shot's wasted because somebody else puts a shell in. Kills, that's the IS-3, kills the FV207. He's waiting for his gun to reload. He wants to get down in this dip, but he doesn't want to bump into an artillery and get derped. He is still on full health. He gets spotted. Where's the other artillery, the M53, M55? Possibly up here at A1 in the city. His gun's just about loaded now. See what I mean by the fast reload? It's not just time between shots, but also the time for the full clip. His crew does get stunned a little bit. He doesn't waste any time. He fixes his crew, and there is. He's behind that building, mate. Oh, there he is. First shot misses, second shot goes through, third shot confirms the kill. Takes the reload. The score's 10-5. He's on 2 kills, 4,175 damage, and he's still on full health, even though he's been leading this charge. The IS-3 looks like he's comfortable, just sitting on the cap. Well, I can't say I blame him. He's only on 550 odd health. He's got 3 kills. He certainly deserves whatever he whatever he gets. He's had a good game for a tier 8 to tier 10 game, I suppose. But Criticus is after the. He wants some more damage. He's up to 4,175 hit points, 2,500 assisted damage, and looking towards the mutts. There's all the remaining tanks. All 4 tanks are there. He's hoping that this Scorpion's going to cross. No, he's not silly. He's not that dumb. Or is he? Oh, he is. Is he going to? I'd be taking that shot. So I'll put the clip in. Is he? Yeah, I half expected to see a Scorpion G killed then. Now, Criticus, I don't think he's realised he's only got 1 standard shell left, and so it's going to cost him the full reload. It's going to cost him the full reload just for 1 bullet. Can't criticise him for that. 4,175 damage that we've seen, 2,500 assisted damage, and he's only got 1. He's like, what? He's realised it. Only 1 shell left. I'm going to take another reload. It's going to be heat rounds, and why not? That's well, that's all he's got left, so that's why. But there's some reasonably heavily armoured tanks in there. The E-75 and the FV, and the rest will just those bullets will just go through like butter. So you can see that even though it was a minor error, you could say, about the. What did he get there? 2 out of 4. 2 out of the 4 of those shells went through, because he did get the tracks, and of course heat ammunition and tracks don't really go too well. Yeah, so even though you loaded only 1 shell, but to fix that mistake, it was pretty quick to reload that gun again. He certainly, and that's one of the selling points, I guess, of the TVP T50-51. Gets a shot into the mutts, coming around, trying to flank both of these tanks. What? I don't think he could believe that either. I certainly shouldn't. Kills the mutts, kills the FV. It's just the Scorpion G left. Oh, look, I'd be tempted to go the ram kill. He does. Gets the ram kill for his 5th kill. Awesome game. Criticus from 1AR Clan. Be very, very careful how you pronounce his name. It's another Ace Tanker Mastery Badge. You beauty. The Spotter Medal, Bruiser, Fighter, Fire for Effect, Confederate, and the High Caliber. Carried the hell out of that game. He had a ripper. 6,248 damage in the end. 5 kills, 1287 base experience. Very, very good job indeed. Some of them, it's a good team effort. Plenty of the players did well. That IS-3, 3 kills for 400 damage. That's got to be the Seagull Award. I thought he was going to. I didn't think he was. I thought he would have done more damage than that. But the IS-3, he was leading the charge as well. 16,500 credits after tax. That's with the premium account in that 7-minute game. 31 shots fired, 25 hit, 21 went through. 6,284. A little bit of snipe damage, but when those opportunities present themselves, that's what you've got to do. 2,614 assisted damage as well. Absolutely fantastic. As usual, thank you everybody for the replays. Really do appreciate it. Thanks for watching, everyone. Sorry about the stuff up with the tiers, but I guess that's what happens sometimes when you're distracted all the time. Have a good night. Thank you very much. Take care. See you all next time.